This podcast is sponsored by Pooks.ai. Dive into a revolutionary reading experience with personalized ebooks and audiobooks, tailored just for you. Discover your next favorite book at Pooks.ai for free. That's POOKS.ai.
How motivation influences personalized learning. Explore how intrinsic and extrinsic motivation impacts personal learning and find out how to create your perfect learning environment. Understanding intrinsic and extrinsic motivation in personal learning. Hey there, friends. Today we're talking about something that dances between the heart and the mind, a topic that hits home for a lot of us, the impact of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation on personal learning. Yep, that's right. We're diving into what makes us tick when we're hunkering down in our personal learning environments. Let's get comfortable and hash this out. You know when you're working on something and you just can't stop because it's so incredibly interesting? You're not in it for a prize, a grade, or because someone told you to do it. That, my friend, is intrinsic motivation. It's that internal spark that fuels your curiosity and makes learning feel like an adventure rather than a chore. Now, contrast that with extrinsic motivation, which is when the driving force comes from outside. We're talking incentives like grades, praises, or other tangible rewards. Think of extrinsic motivation as the carrot dangling in front of you, incentivizing each step you take. Intrinsic motivation in personal learning. Intrinsic motivation is where the magic happens. When it's present, learning becomes personalized. We've all got different interests, so what lights me up might not do the same for you. That's why personal learning environments are so critical. They provide the space to nurture these individual interests. If you've ever gotten lost in a subject just for the love of it, you've experienced the delightful realm of personal learning at its finest. But here's the kicker with intrinsic motivation. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The digital age opens up even more opportunities to strengthen it. Whether you're creating content, coding, or exploring new AI tools, personal learning never hits a ceiling. The role of extrinsic motivation. Don't count out extrinsic motivation just yet, though. It's quite potent in its own right. For some folks, knowing that there's a reward or recognition waiting at the finish line is just the push they need to start a personal learning journey. Rewards like completion badges or points can provide that extra nudge to keep people engaged, especially when tackling something slightly intimidating or new. But there's a sweet balance. Too much reliance on extrinsic motivation can sometimes overshadow the long-term benefits of learning itself. The challenge can involve shifting from just being reward-oriented to sparking that real internal interest. That's where AI personalized learning platforms come in, like Pooks.ai. They can track your progress and adjust what you learn next so that it aligns with your personal interests and motivation levels. This way, personalized education becomes a delightful blend of both intrinsic and extrinsic motivations, melding the two for success. So, how can we blend these motivations for effective personal learning? Here are a few ideas. Set personal goals. Begin your journey by setting small, achievable goals to nurture intrinsic motivation. Use incentives wisely. Reward yourself with breaks or treats as extrinsic motivation to hit those milestones. Engage in communities. Join forums or learning communities where feedback is both an extrinsic and an intrinsic motivator. Reflect on progress. Regularly assess what drives you in your personal learning path to remain aligned with your interests. In wrapping up, remember that both intrinsic and extrinsic motivations serve a purpose. Mastering how to use them effectively can transform your learning experience into an enriching journey. Want to supercharge your learning experience further? Check out Pooks.ai to create your personalized book. It's free. Dive deeper into the learning topics that interest you most. Stay curious and motivated, everyone. Whether it's fueled by your internal passions or goals, personal learning is more accessible and fulfilling than ever.